Hello and welcome back to another episode of World of Warcraft Hardcore. My name is Syken and today we're continuing the World of Warcraft Hardcore series with Syken Tanks, our druid. We are finding ourselves in Desolace, where as a level 36 druid, I'm now starting to do the quest run here. More precisely, we're in the middle of a hostile area where we need to escort this poor lady, the Linder, out. Long story short, we're going to do that, rescue her, and then we're starting to kill some scorpions for the reagent quest that we've picked up. We have plenty of centaurs that we can claim our bounties. And there are a couple of bodyguard jobs as well as a nice little job here on the shore. These guys are attacking. Can't let that happen. The Linda is relatively speaking tanky, so we don't need to immediately panic if something doesn't go our way. And with us being in stealth, it's even easier. Alright, let's jump the gun here. Another patrol will be incoming. That'll be a double pull. Nothing that we can do about it. Other than pulling this guy out so that he doesn't cleave her. I think another double pull, yep. Figured that would happen. Let's get the cleave out, there's a potential additional pull. Pull this guy a little bit back. Well, that's going to be close. Moving him up. Alright, even more kills. So, that is it. I think there wasn't much more. I'm thinking about what we're going to do next, guys. Centaur ears. Sounds like a really good idea. But Nagas aren't bad either. Let's do the Nagas because I always push that back and it never is a good idea. I'm going to go and take the Naga quest as well as the claim quest. So let's move there. Alright, so we picked up the first quest. Leads us right back to the Orc Fortress. Would have been better to pick it up before we go in, to kind of hit two birds with one stone. All of these Nagas are follow-up quests, so for us they are currently not interesting. And we're instead going to take kind of the shipwrecking quest here. Good. So one thing at a time. let's try to get that Scepter of Light. I know it looks like... Oh wait, and then there is the Claim Treasure quest. Yeah, should have just gotten that right away. It's a bit deceiving, right? So because that one we can do as well. Cool. Very good. So there are quite a bit of treasures, but we can do that a little bit later because we need to go on that island anyways. And I want to make sure that we're being efficient. So instead, let's take the Scepter of Light for now and try killing a couple of scorpions. That's a good start for the quests, and we might even level up just based on that. Okay, we fought ourselves back into the center of Orc Fortress. This is where we need to go next in order to get the tomb.
I can't do that yet. Not enough energy.
Really nice DPS. The Feral is just crazy when it comes to DPS. Little cheeky line of sight.
Not enough energy. Not enough energy.
And he dies. Okay, so there's the Scepter of Light. Got it. We can trade it in. And then the follow-up will lead us to, I think, the Nagas. Let's continue with killing a few more scorpions, though, because that's what's on the menu. That's what the doctor ordered. Let's get us a couple of scorpions. The Reagent Run, that quest line here is pretty long, but it can be worthwhile because you are essentially slaying wildlife that you elsewise would simply pass by, and that in itself is good. So we need 5 more of those scorpion vermins. Or poison bladders, rather. And once we got those, we can pretty much hand in, I would say. And get a bunch of follow-up quests. I think that's the way to go here. I think that's the way to go. Alright, fast forward for you, because this is just searching for wildlife for a long period of time. And killing those little scorpions, which on the flip side do at least drop poison sacks, so you can use those for elixirs of poison, which are valuable in raiding.
I don't have enough energy.
There we go. Yeah, it'll take some time. Fast forward. Alright, so we killed a lot of centaurs over here, killed the necessary scorpions, so both of that was good. And we're now kind of in the middle of taming Kodos, but also getting Kodo bones. So let's do that first. Up here is a horde camp, so we don't want to disturb these guys. Problem for Feral is to collect these bones, we need to shapeshift.
I'm out of range.
And then these guys here unfortunately don't even give us the drops that we need, because not only do we need to tame Kodos, we also do have the job of getting 3 Kodo bones, if I'm not mistaken. Aged Kodo hide, okay. Yeah, that's not going to be fun. This is the worst possible quest for us. Pick stuff up and get ambushed. I think running away will just take as long, so might as well just go with the flow and kill these guys. But whenever I shift, I also lose all of the energy at the moment, because I haven't skilled the power shifting as a talent yet. And it will be quite a few levels until I get that. So being caught out of form, it's kind of the most vulnerable point that we could start a fight with. So yeah, we gotta collect 10 of these bones. Oh, come on. Okay, we're going to try something new, which is the... I want to deal with that type of fight method. How long? It's not great. It's not great. Alright, the other quest that we do have forces us to tame Kodos and then essentially bring them back. They are moderately fast, and the best way of dealing with them is actually finding kind of an old group of old Kodos near that shed, and then you get 3 to 4 immediately in a row, instead of needing to like run them back and forth. So I'll try to get that going, and the way that we will do this is first of all kind of speak with them, and then we're just going to go onto a different layer. Which I think essentially just happened. Yeah, we went from layer 3 to layer 5. So, what's the advantage, you might say? There was a chance that there is like a Kodo group right next to the trade-in, and that would have helped us immensely. Unfortunately, that's no longer the case. So we're essentially just going back and forth for now. Good. I think I'll just collect as many of those bones as I can, and I decided I'll just not fight these unless absolutely necessary. Also don't want to get too close to that outpost, because that can be easily level. By the way, this does not always spawn a ghost, right? So, as you can see, sometimes it does not. So I was just very, very, very unlucky. Good. We're going to take another Kodo back in the hopes of then maybe getting a Kodo pack there. Just trying to optimize the time that we're spending here.
I can't use that idea.
Just seeing the caravan go. That's not bad. Let's mark them. So they are moving up. and they will soon move down, so we could do this bodyguard job there
Join our group.
at some point. Good. You can't change layers too often, which is what you would call being layer locked, and that's what's happening to me at the moment. The idea for me was to essentially get yet onto another layer, not layer 5, but basically try to kind of get a Kodo team there. Anyways, I will fast forward, because nothing really interesting is happening at the moment. We're just using the Kodo combobulator. We're now officially on layer 7, by the way. Just as we are about to be done with our quest, the triplet of Kodos actually starts moving next to us. See, and if we had that earlier, we would have easily been able to get all of them in due time. I got all of the skulls, though, from the graveyard. And now all we need is one more aged Kodo skin, which we can get by from these guys. So let's hope that this is not going to trigger both. It actually is not. You can single pull them. Good. There we go. Well, that's the reagents, and we are off to the Stranger Alliance quest. Since we have killed centaurs down here, we're now able to just take the first quest, which I think sends us back, and allows us to kind of do the first quest there. In the meantime, let's just get away from the elementals, thank you. There's a caravan quest which we could do, but that is like purely random, as in when that caravan is actually coming through. Yeah, so we go there, maybe on the back, pick up the Ghost Plasma Roundup, which will be down here together with Down in the Scarlet Path quest. Both are going to be nicely doable. So this one into down here, but that's typically the last quest that I'm doing. I would much rather do all of the other quests first. So let's get to Strange Alliance and start trading that quest in. Alright, ran into the merchants back there. Just purchased a couple of scrolls. Nicely giving us some more buffs. Currently we are super strong, and if these guys are breaking camp and are starting to move in, which they are doing, we could get Giselton's caravan. It's a difficult quest though. It is a difficult quest, so nice. Good job in buffing up beforehand. Good. Very soon they should offer the quest. It's a temporary quest and only available like when they're just about to move in, which is about now, right?
Yo, keep it real.
Yeah, now it's on. This is level 37. Might be spicy, but I like spicy content. Gaming content, that is. Okay, 9 minutes on Sandala buff, that's not bad either. if there is kind of a Zendala buff later today, I would even like recall and do it. I know Cecilia. That guy is from Leftover, my guild in... Oh, Senlar is now dropping. Oh no, in the middle of the quest. Am I finishing the quest or am I going for Zandalar? Good question. Listen, as much as it pains me, I think we're going to get Zandalar. Alrighty, so we're back after the buff. It was the right decision. 2 hours of Zandalar are just too much of a time save and safety net to not just take it. And my ZG buff was almost gone. So we came back. Needless to say that this quest here, the escort quest, likely has failed. So can't imagine that they will count as successfully escorted. I guess sorry, not sorry. But in the meantime, we could like trade in all of the quests up there, which is good. And essentially start the next Centaur quest, the call cars here. Need a bit of a reminder. So we can go back anytime we want. And yeah, but we're not going to do that right away. I think the right call is we're going to hand in the Scepter of Light, do the Naga quest, do most of the stuff up here, do the underwater stuff, which for a druid is kind of a walk in the park. And then once all of that is done, then we can move down here, raid off the Kolkar, maybe see if the escort has really failed, which I think it has. And yeah, so let's move over. Alright, so we are at the edge here, just killing a couple of Nagas, and we need the satchel, we need a silver key, the gold key I've just gotten after basically the first kill. So let's see how we can get that nice little silver key. There we go. So gotta get that a dry snap crawlers down. Cool part with water fights and druids is they really don't drown unless you play it super bad. Like water form, quick, efficient. Cat not so much on the water, but still good enough. Alright, we need to just kill a couple of these crawlers and we should be good. Bit of aquatic form changing. Man, come on.
I need to get closer.
Sprint unfortunately doesn't work on the water, so there's the silver key, fantastic. Problem solved. So next up, we need a satchel from Sea Witches. Okay, fair enough. That shouldn't be too difficult. Might not want to directly swim into lots of Nagas. When you got frost shocked, just switch form again. And you're good. So yeah, we have a couple of things that we actually need to do. So for starters, we need Silverblade Sea Witches. Not the sorceresses, we need the Sea Witches. Lots of them on the island. Tidehunter, Oracles. Might want to land at the island before we're fighting against Nagas. We are fast with our water form, but I don't want to overdo it. Nagas are still very, very fast in water, just like any other mob. I think the normal slowing for people in water is like 80%, so you go down to 20%. And the swim form just makes that less bad. Okay, this is what we need, the Sea Witch. So let's start clearing towards that Sea Witch. As always, I like to start somewhere and get my little space, so we can then continue to like pull towards. This is our retreat area. These guys here can also drop the satchel, apparently.
I'm out of range.
Good. Let's try the Sea Witch. Frost armor stings.
I need to get closer.
Okay, we also need to go to that statue.
It's too far away. I'm out of range.
Where we're going to summon the carrier of the Book of the Ancients. Yeah, and as you can see, one of the most efficient ways of just doing all of this tightly populated island is to basically kill everything here. There's a giant from time to time roaming the coast line here, but I think we're okay for now. 600 crit, lovely. That's what I'm talking about. Okay.
Do that. That ability is critical.
I think it has been a while since I so thoroughly cleared this island.
Not enough energy. I don't have
Good, this will lead to another summoning. There we go. Level 38. And there's the Book of the Ancients. Okay, so one thing done. The treasure is back there. This can also contain the satchel. Oh, nice crit. Damn, I'm clearing fast. The ambushes are getting better and better. Almost every single one is a crit. Good. I need to get over there, but I'm still needing the satchel. And I don't want to be ambushed by these guys, so I'm just clearing everything. I think I single-handedly cleared the entire island, which is crazy if you think about it. Wow. 2 hits and the guy is almost toast. Good. This is the chest, and now all we need is the satchel. Unfortunately, this island seems to be forced respawn. Alright, Tidehunters, come on. Let's go, baby. Give me that satchel.
Not enough energy. Not enough energy. I don't have enough.
I mean, say what you want about this island, but I cleared this in record time. So much so that there is now a full respawn happening, so I gotta be careful not to be caught in my own respawn.
I don't have enough energy. Not enough.
Feral clearing speed, absolutely great. I killed like what, 20, 25 enemies, and this is definitely sub 10 minutes.
I don't have enough energy.
Including a quest boss. Yeah, that was quick. Alright, listen. I'll be just grinding through this island, because that's the best I can do at the moment. And we're fast forwarding it for you. Good, after quite a while the satchel, so the backpack dropped, and we can now not only turn in the Book of the Ancients, but that satchel quest is finally also done. Gotta take a bit of a swim in the ocean here. And we are going to trade in the book first, which will be here. That should be the final step, if I'm not mistaken. And then I think we're going to actually trade in the shipwreck and maybe get that quest done. Definitely go down here, pick up the Ghost-O-Matic, because that is important. And the reagents quest, that's level 40. I don't think that that's very sensible to do at the moment. So we're going to go here, maybe do the escort, maybe do this escort. If both of it fails, then we still have the Scarlet Path, which technically we should be able to do, and therefore qualify us for Scarlet Monastery, which was the whole reason why we wanted to do this anyways. In order to bridge the gap from now until 38.5, which is still a full level, I suggest we're just going to go into Stranglethorn Vale, but that'll be a different episode and potentially a different day. So that's not happening right now. Anyways, let's trade in the book. And then we're going to do the last few quests that we haven't done so far. Desla is really a nice place. Personally like it. Also got my first necklace from the Codebone necklace quest. So short of the trinkets were good. You know what? There's another option that we could do. We could actually say screw all of this. And we're instead going to do a nice cheeky level 37 Badlands.
For the Alliance. Go with honor, friend.
See, that's another really interesting alternative, Syken. I think I'll need to reflect on it. I still think Stranglethorn is the better choice because we have a lot of level 32 quests and they start to become grey at some point, so we might do Stranglethorn and then Badlands in around level 39, 40, whenever we did Scarlet Monastery and Razorfang Downs. Let me trade in, and then we're going to do this, into this, into this, and potentially a little bit of down the Scarlet Path, plus Ghost-O-Matic Roundup, of course. Alright, so I have traded everything in. I even did the escort quest, so that worked very well. We could theoretically continue here with crudely dried meat. Not sure if I will actually continue the Centaur War. We're having something more interesting to do, which is after we self-buffed us from the caravan, we can now go in and see if we're strong enough to kill the undeads. Because we need to kill 30 of these bad boys. And if we do that, that'll be the Scarlet Path. On top of it, at the very top, back in there, there is the Ghost-O-Matic quest that we've also picked up. So this is by far the most dangerous part. You can see big red area. Lots of people are dying here. But we should be fine by simply taking one of these guys at a time and not rushing it too much. And since there's a feral, we're not in the same problem that casters have by continuously needing to watch out not to get kicked. This is actually relatively straightforward, right? So they are about our level, a little bit higher, but still they deal a bit of damage, but we should be fine. And as long as we don't pull 3, we actually should be okay. Like a critical ambush is what, half of the hit points of this guy already gone. They don't run away, so we don't need to fear too much about that either. And really healing happens in between the pulls. So, just gotta kill enough of these guys. Once that is done, I can put the machine down here, which will attract the ghosts. And those ghosts, I think we need to kill 8 of them. Good. So let me pull all the way to there. And then we're starting the ghost part. Ever since I did that quest often enough, I've also now found my little place where I can isolate the ghosts and where we're not in the risk of respawn or patrols. And that really makes the whole quest much more stomachable in my perspective. These necromancers, on the other hand, they are a bit of a problem, so if possible, just avoid them. And since we don't have a really good interrupt to deal with them, it's either kill them quick or basically move out of the way. Because they can summon one of these Ravagers, and then all of a sudden you fight 2 mobs at the same time. Not fun. I think I still will need to get that outcast down. Simply because they are patrolling here and I don't want that. Alright, level 40. That'll be a bit of a harder fight. Waiting for 100. Let's go. Oh, nice. Okay, well that crit trivialized the initial fight. Like I said, I don't want to pull anything extra. Just trying to get them far enough away from one another. And you can see just how fast I'm clearing. I mean, I could just move out. I'm not even trapped in here. So this is my little spot where I'm basically taking these guys one at a time. The biggest problem is when you take multiples of them. That's typically where you can kill yourself. They have a nasty curse, but even that is not a problem for us because I'm just decursing and we're good. Also the red ones, or the hostile ones, are not aggroing on the non-hostile ones. They are not social. The red ones, the aggro ones, however, very much aggro with other hostile ones. So as long as we do as long as we're able to pull like non-reds just by themselves, we're actually being very much okay. Another thing is you can nicely pull them when they're not standing together. Man, physical and magical damage taken is increased by 15%. Not great. Okay, we need to get 8 of these guys down.
That's recharging.
Okay, yeah, don't go too close. Very good. Yeah, they're always trying to spam their curse, which I do understand. It just means we need to decurse well. And since I need to decurse between every single pull, because that's a 15-minute massive stupid decurse, might as well be one of the few times where we're actually drinking. Okay, I'll be killing the remaining guys, and then it is really just up for us to trade in both of the quests. The Scarlet Monastery one, the Path of the Scarlet Crusade. That's a good one, because it is the pre-quest for Scarlet Monastery. For the main Scarlet Monastery quest, where you need to kill all of the bosses. So, that'll be fun. But yeah, let me finish this first. Okay, so after quite a bit of killing, we have cleared out all of that area. Now it's time to trade in the Ghost-O-Matic round down, as well as down in the Scarlet Path. Both are the last 2 quests for us to clear out, or to hand in. Everything else pretty much is done. We still have a bit of the reagent run, which we could do with the demons here. But that's a level 40 quest, and that, to be fair, can wait. Maybe it's also not that attractive to do only that quest. But what we can do is we can trade that in, and the down of the Scarlet Path will actually lead to the actual down in the Scarlet Path level 40 quest, which is the Scarlet Monastery quest that we were looking for. That's the whole reason why we did it. So I decided after we're done here, we're going to head to Stranglethorn Vale, because that indeed is the next area that I want to quest in. Just do the low level quests, kind of level up a little bit more, get level 38, and then we'll take it from there. It sounds like a really decent plan. Could do Badlands with a few quests so that we're level 39. That actually would make sense, or we're doing something else. So we just need about, give and take, half a level before we can do minimum half a level, maybe a bit more, before we can do Scarlet Monastery and Raise the Fang Downs. Thank you so much for watching. That's it from my side. A little bit of a longer episode today. I hope you enjoyed it, and we're going to see each other in the next episode. Take care. Bye bye.